Let's just lick off another bulb there. Oh no, we can't reach. You tired? Yes, me can't be a bellboy, sorry. Yes.
Shine bright tonight.
Come.
We are free. Freedom.
To go roam straight in the snow.
Freedom. Hey family, welcome back to On Cloud Lindsay. So we are finally free. 18 days later. Really?
I was free from 14 days later.
18 days later, we are finally free to actually start moving about Toronto.
And get things done.
And getting things done.
Right. So, in the previous video, we stopped at the airport. And we're going to continue from there to share what it was like going through this quarantine and isolation experience. So, after we got the at-home test kit, that's the last thing that happens at the airport. And then we head straight to the government-approved hotel.
Facility.
A facility, we all know it's a hotel.
It is not a hotel. Hotel don't treat you like that. Facility. The government approved facility.
/ hotel. Alright, so we got there. Going there are two options depending on where you're staying. But some of the hotels, they have shuttle buses that will take you directly from the airport to there, or you have to take a taxi. But it seems as if they only have a special set of taxis. I don't know if they're special, but they look special.
Well, we're gonna assume that they're special taxis because nobody's coming out of the airport anyways.
Right.
So these taxis are just designed to take you directly from the
airport
to your facility.
Right. So we got there, and one of the first things we forgot to do was to get our receipt, because if you take the taxi, the shuttle buses are free, but if you take a taxi, the hotel will refund you. But you need to have your receipt. Otherwise, you might not be as lucky as we were, and still got we got the refund.
Yes,
we got the refund.
To get the refund.
So we got there. What was the checking in process like?
We got to the hotel, got out of the taxi. Did the taxi driver help us? No, he did help us to load in, to put the things into the taxi. Yes. Did he help us to take them out? I can't remember. No. But it seems like everything is no contact. Yeah. Boy, are they scorning us. You would think we were traveling with the plague. So we got to the hotel, got to the door. Now, it's been a while. I'm really not used to it. So this is why I'm calling it a facility and not a hotel. So we get to the door, and it's two of us are traveling. We had four bags between us, and
not bags, suitcases.
4 suitcases between us. Well, no, 3 suitcases and a box between us. So we get there, and honestly, there's nobody outside. Like, there's no security or bellman. Or
there was a bellman, but he wasn't doing
outside
anything
because nobody was there
because they're saying no
assist us with luggage. So of course, my lovely husband had to carry everything inside by himself. I did try to help. I tried to push some stuff. I tried to hold the door. So not even the door. Yeah. They won't come over.
They wouldn't even hold the door open
for you to come in.
Nothing. And their door was so small, so we had trouble getting the things through on the what you call it, trolley.
The trolley, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we got a trolley, brought it outside, loaded the things on it, and then we had to struggle to get the trolley back inside. I mean, I feel like insert annoyance number one here. I feel like if you are going to be going contactless, your doors need to automatically open when we walk up to it. That if you're not touching our stuff, why do we need to be touching your doors?
Okay, so at the hotel, the rule was no contact for anything. So if you're traveling alone, I'm sorry, but nobody will help. Well, at that particular place, maybe somebody else has a different experience somewhere else, but we are talking about our experience at that time. So it's not general, it's not for anything across the board. So that they said contactless, and they kept it that way right throughout. So after we checked in, paid by card, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, cash was accepted, but I don't know. That's kind of against contactless. But
we got there. We had to wait to check in because somebody was ahead of us. So we had to wait. That wait took another, forever to do, because there's two people behind the desk, but it seems that two people it requires two people to work with each guest that comes in. I don't know. So we had to wait until the person that was ahead of us finished. Then it was our turn, paid by card, did the check-in and everything. And yes, I did stand there and wait for my taxi fare reimbursement because
of course we would leave it.
I'm getting my money back. So going up to the room, of course, again, we had to lug the trolley by ourselves
with punctured tires,
with a flat. Oh my god!
The struggle is real.
So we had to lug the trolley all the way upstairs to the third floor on the other side of the building. So it wasn't just like, boop, go upstairs, third floor, and then you're there. No. It was go upstairs, third floor, go down the hall, around the corner,
around the world,
down the hall again, and around another corner to get to our room.
I feel like they kept persons doing the 3-day quarantine at a separate section from where they were keeping regular guests. So that's why we were all the way to the back. That's what I think. I don't know if that's the case. But after we got into the room, that was it. We are in quarantine and we're not supposed to leave. And we had to go to the window and look out, look at the people across the road and whatever, just to feel like we're not in, I wouldn't say prison. It didn't really feel like prison, but we didn't want to feel too isolated from the rest of the world. Yes. So we look outside and watch the people playing golf and cars
actually
passing,
living their lives
and whatever. So that was it, and the 3 days went by.
So they say it's 3 days, but you can leave. Apparently, you can leave after you have received your negative COVID test, the one that you did at the airport, which comes 24 hours later.
Right.
So 3 days is not at all necessary. It's a drag.
It might be for some people.
It's only necessary if your COVID test comes back positive.
No,
but
because remember, you did one test that came back a whole 1 week later. So maybe
we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, other people might have delays in getting their results.
So that's why I said you can leave once you get your test back. For us, it was 24 hours after we checked into the hotel. But we weren't about to let our $2,000 go down the drain. No. Oh, we were gonna stay there.
We had to enjoy the amenities.
Oh, we were gonna stay right there. So we got in the evening. So we got dinner. And by dinner I mean the hotel staff dropped off something at our door.
Yeah. So they have they have breakfast time, lunch time, and dinner time. And they'll just come, knock the door once, drop the bag, and go.
And that's
you never
all
see
included.
anybody.
That's all included in the price of the stay.
Right.
So where a regular night might be $200 a night, it became more than that because it included the 3 meals, only 3 meals.
Yes, so and that was it. The routine was the same every day. In the mornings, they come, knock, drop breakfast, go. Lunchtime, drop lunch, go. Dinner time, drop and go. That was it.
Options for breakfast. I don't think there was a lot of options. We got the same thing for breakfast every morning, but I think you could pick what you wanted to have delivered. So I don't know, how did we end up getting the same thing every morning?
No. When we were checking in, we had to fill out the food form. For breakfast, we chose what we wanted. And just to make it easy, we told them that we would just have the same thing every morning. And then for meat, they asked us what kind of meat we eat, what we didn't eat, and we just told them what we didn't eat, what we ate, and they gave us based on that. So we didn't have to be calling to order every single time. And that was it. During the quarantine, we just slept, watched TV.
I haven't watched so much TV in my life.
Looked through the window.
Looked through the window and did nothing for the whole entire 3 days. Yes, I did want to leave after we got our test results back, but I was just like, honestly, it's a waste of my money.
Right.
If we're paying for 3 days and we're only staying 1, it's a waste.
Right.
So we ended up staying the whole entire 3 days. After that, we were then transported to our, I guess, long-term quarantine location.
No, or isolation facility. Which was prepared for us beforehand because they knew we were coming. And it's important that if you're going to come and do isolation, you need to make sure that food and everything is there. So you don't need to do shopping and all those things because that may be inconvenient in a lot of ways. So we came and we just spent our
a little
days.
bit about the long-term facility. From what I read, from my understanding, I think it can be in your home as long as you are away from the population of your home. So if you're gonna be doing it at home, maybe if you have a house, then you have to stay kind of like in the basement apartment away from other people.
In a separate section by yourself.
A separate section by yourself.
So you're not going in any of the communal areas. Like if there's a living room that other people are using, you're not going to go there. So if you have like access to bathroom and the bedroom, you can stay in that area. And if you have your own exit to like a backyard space or something for fresh air, I think that's okay.
Fresh air.
But the best option is always to just have a separate apartment completely by yourself, so nobody else is coming in and out. And if you need anything extra, like extra food or stuff, you can order it or someone can get it for you, drop it at your door, and then you can have that. So that was pretty much it for that part. But the other important thing is that they're always following up so that you don't come and feel like you're just free to do whatever you want because you're at home quarantine or whatever. They call us like almost every day. Not every single.
I felt like
but it felt like it was every day. It felt like it was
fully.
Right, so they called us every day, and what did they ask you?
They're asking you, are you this person? Did you travel on this date? Are you in isolation by yourself? If you need food, how do you get food? And how do you get fresh air? I felt like at one point I was just like, I don't get fresh air. You guys told me that I need to stay in isolation, therefore I do not get fresh air.
So they ask us those questions just to follow up, ask if we have any symptoms, if we've had any visitors, and things like that, just to check up. And as we said, almost every day. And then we also had a visit. Someone from public health security,
Public health security. We're assuming they came to our door to check that we're there
at the address that we gave.
Check that we're there.
And we are really who we said we were.
Actually in the isolation, and we aren't mixing with other people.
Right.
So yes, they did.
So that was a part of the process. So don't think you can just come, do whatever, get away, go on the road, because what if you they come up vent about what?
I want to vent. I want to express how I felt about this 14-day.
Days. We're not done yet.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna vent another time. I will have a video by myself, and I'll vent by myself.
Okay, I look forward to it. Yeah. So what else? The next thing was the day 10 COVID test, which we used the test kits that we got at the airport to do. Now, again, for that, I thought we were just going to just do something, just do a little thing, and then told them, yes, we did the test.
So when they gave us the test, I was like, what is this for? Like, I looked, I was like, what is this? And they're like, it's your at-home COVID test. So my initial thought was, oh, somebody's gonna come to our home and do the COVID test. Right. They're like, no, you have to do it yourself. I was like, yeah, that's not happening, because the way how my brain is wired, my brain is not going to allow me to stick something in my nose just like you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things you cannot do to your body, and I felt like my brain would not allow me to put something that far up in my nose without any resistance.
And then the whole two nose hole.
And then they want you to do both. But anyways,
because they said that's how they do it here. They have to do both of them. But
so the at-home test kit
was supervised.
Like I said, right. In my mind, I wasn't gonna be able to do it, but oddly enough, you actually have to do it, because you have to have a video call.
We didn't even know it was going to be video call, because they said we have to do a supervised. So when they said supervised, again, I thought somebody was going to come. And then when they said we were going to do it on the phone, scan, whatever, but after following the instructions, we realized that the video call came up. First, we were in a line. And I thought, okay, maybe it's a voice call. But then I'm there waiting for my turn, and then suddenly I heard, Adrian.
Somebody pops up on
the screen
in front of you, and is like, I'm here to walk you through your at-home test kit, or how to do your at-home COVID test. And I was like, this is weird.
Yes, because they need to see it and make sure you're doing it properly. And
I guess
the nurse that I got, she was very detailed, specific, from opening the box to sealing the package and
preparing it to be
delivered. Right.
So even though we were doing it at the same time, we got two different nurses. We had to do two separate call-ins to get it done. So we had two
because
different
we have
nurses.
Two individual accounts on Switch Health.
So yeah, so his was very detailed, and because he went first, thankfully I was able to kind of listen and prepare myself for when my nurse came in. So I had most of the stuff ready to go by the time she came in, so mine did not take that long. And honestly, like I said, swabbing my nose myself, there was resistance. I didn't realize how much tears I had inside of me, because she kept going, are you okay? Are you okay? My eyes were just watering, and I was literally just like gushing tears, because I feel like putting something up my nose, in your body that's not technically supposed to be, doing it yourself, like, fine, you put your finger, but you know your finger can only go so far. This little tiny swab, and you got to insert it, and not only on one side, but you got to do it on both. if you haven't seen our COVID test video, go watch it and then imagine yourself doing that.
To yourself.
To yourself.
No, my nose getting itchy. All right. So after that, my results apparently came the day after they were picked up.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't check until the day after because I completely forgot about it.
A couple days later.
And then that would have been by day 12. So by day 12, I had my results. Which
day
means
13.
No. When I checked
12.
my email, it was there from day 12, but I checked on day 13. So I was free, but you still have to do the full 14 days.
Even though you have
the negative
your
COVID
third
test.
negative
Right.
COVID
You
test.
still have to do the full 14 days before you can come out and go about.
And
for Trish, for some reason, 1 week later.
Unfortunately, they tried to play me, right? We did our test at the same time, same day, picked up by Purelator at the same time, same exact day. But for whatever reason, his test came back, mine did not. Day 14, my quarantine is supposed to be done. I still had no COVID test result. And they're saying, oh, if you can't leave your quarantine doesn't end on the day 14, you still have to stay isolated until you get that negative result.
So I just take away myself because me not isolating with her.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen. So day 14 came. So day 14 was Sunday. Monday, no result. Tuesday, no result. Wednesday, no result. Thursday, no result. Today is Friday. This morning, Friday morning, was when I actually got my COVID result. So I had to stay in quarantine an additional 5 days.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what did I do to deserve that?
Did you have anywhere to go?
Comment down below and tell me what I did to deserve that. Because I've had all my COVID tests that I have done since this thing have all been negative. And I have made sure to keep myself isolated. I've lived a good life. I'm kind to people. I'm not a mean person. I share. If I see somebody in need, I try to help them. What did I do to deserve an extra 5 days in isolation? Tell me.
Because they saw that you were pregnant and you needed to rest. You needed no encouragement to go out there on the road. So, on that note, we are now both free.
COVID free. Isolation free.
Quarantine free. Okay, so now we can get things done and start making preparations for you know who, baby Lindsay.
Yes.
All right. So, for those who are new, thanks for tuning in. Thank you to our returning viewers and subscribers, and continue to watch and support us by liking, sharing the videos, and we'll see you next time right here on Cloud Lindsay.